looks at Wendy and says, you know, you had a great career. Your career is over. It is never coming back. You're done. Why would a judge say that? Is one of the most outrageous things I have heard in a long, long time.
In a case that has been filled with outrageous...
Breaking. Wendy Williams' ex, Kevin Hunter, is facing total ruin. A judge has just ordered him to repay every dollar he took from her during her most vulnerable moments. After spending lavishly, he's now reportedly broke. This fall isn't just about finances. It's a story of betrayal, exploitation, and a man who thought he could escape the consequences of his actions. But as we know, karma always catches up. The court's ruling is harsh. Hunter must return every cent he misappropriated while Wendy battled Graves' disease, cognitive challenges, and endured a year-long guardianship that stripped her of control. Insiders say he emptied her accounts, taking $37,500 a month in alimony along with any other funds he could access, all while she was too weak to defend herself. Now the roles have reversed. The judge's decision isn't only a financial hit, it's a public shaming. Kevin Hunter, once flaunting fur coats and Ferraris on the Wendy Williams show, is now scrambling and asking friends and acquaintances for help. Those who once surrounded him for power and status are now watching from afar as his carefully constructed empire of deceit crumbles.
The banks froze everything up. Yeah. He was not in a position to pay $10,000 a month on an apartment.
Wendy isn't cutting him any slack. Sources close to her say she's made it abundantly clear that after years of manipulation and the pain he caused, there will be no leniency. This isn't just about money, it's about accountability. For a woman whose career has been built on exposing liars and cheats, this moment likely feels like poetic justice. Meanwhile, Kevin Hunter's world is collapsing. The luxurious lifestyle he once maintained using Wendy's money is gone, his behind-the-scenes influence has vanished, and the legal threats against him are very real. Experts familiar with the case suggest that if he fails to repay what he owes, prison isn't merely a risk. It could very well be inevitable.
An inordinate amount of people that took advantage of my absence, and her vulnerability at the time.
But the story takes an even darker turn. While Hunter was living extravagantly, Wendy was trapped in what she has described as a luxury prison. Her every move was monitored, her phone calls restricted, and her life reduced to a shadow of what it once was. She fought back publicly, calling into the Breakfast Club to denounce the guardianship, insisting she wasn't cognitively impaired and claiming the entire situation was a setup. Now, as Hunter's financial misdeeds are exposed, Wendy's legal team is gearing up. They are not just seeking restitution, they want the full truth. How far did his exploitation go? Was it simply greed, or was it something far more deliberate?
In a court proceeding that has nothing to do with Wendy's career. Moreover, that were made in front of Wendy Williams. If true, that is outrageous because this judge, one, she's not in the entertainment industry, so I don't know where she would get off opining about that and why that's even relevant to her role as a judge, who's basically the judge of the law, and in this case, judge of the facts.
The timing here is impossible to ignore. Hunter's collapse coincides with Wendy reclaiming her power, making a statement at New York Fashion Week in September 2025, dressed impeccably, waving to fans like the icon she's always been. The contrast is striking. She's ascending while he's falling. And the reports of his spending are staggering. Sources say Hunter didn't just cover bills or mortgages. He allegedly squandered her fortune on luxury cars, designer everything, and a lifestyle that projected untouchable status. Now, the consequences are catching up. The 2005 Ford GT he once flaunted has been sold. The Florida lakefront mansion he shared with his mistress, Sharina Hudson, is on the market for far less than its value. Credit card debts are stacking up, over $20,000 and counting, with banks now pursuing him for non-payment. Then there's Sharina, the woman who became the public face of Hunter's betrayal. She gave birth to his child while he was still married to Wendy, and their relationship, once a tabloid fixation, has now crumbled. Reports suggest she's walked away, leaving Hunter isolated and his reputation in tatters. Some sources say she may have even filed restraining orders, severing ties completely. For a man who built his identity on control, over Wendy's career, finances, and life, this must feel like total humiliation. The mistress who was supposed to be his escape has turned into another liability. As Hunter hits rock bottom, whispers suggest his affair with Sharina may be more than a scandalous subplot. Legal filings hint at deeper financial entanglements between the two. While Wendy's accounts were being drained, was Sharina merely a distraction, or an active part of the scheme? The questions keep piling up. Questions are coming faster than Hunter can respond, and Wendy's team is digging into every detail. Every transaction, every hidden account, every luxury purchase made during her most vulnerable years. The reality could be far worse than anyone imagined. This isn't just a messy divorce, it's a story of power, betrayal, and a man who thought he could manipulate both sides forever. Even as Hunter's world unravels, more layers of the story continue to emerge. The guardianship that kept Wendy trapped is now under scrutiny, with her family and allies alleging corruption, neglect, and even cruelty. Her sister, Wanda Finney, has publicly criticized the system, demanding answers about why Wendy was cut off from those who care about her. The facility where she was held, which Wendy has described as a dump, charges nearly $26,000 a month, draining her estate. Meanwhile, the guardian in charge, Sabrina Morrissey, is now facing her own legal battles, accused of profiting from Wendy's forced dependence.
The judge in the Guardianship.
The judge in the Guardianship read Alex Finney the Riot Act, threatened her, and said, "You're talking," making an accusation that she's talking to the media, and if you continue doing it, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you. There is a gag order in this case. I can tell you that the judge has scared a lot of people involved in the case.
The contradictions are striking. Wendy, a woman who once ruled a media empire, now needs permission just to leave her floor. She's allowed to attend Fashion Week or dine at Tucci's and wave to fans, showing the star she still is. Yet she can't take a phone call without approval. She remains vibrant in public and sharp in interviews, but the court maintains she's incapable of managing her own life. The system meant to protect her is the same one keeping her confined, while those who once surrounded her, managers, publicists, even her own son, are now under scrutiny for their roles in her predicament. Then there's the money. Last year, Hunter filed a $250 million lawsuit claiming the guardianship is a form of fraudulent bondage, accusing the judge of corruption and asserting that Wendy's rights were stripped away. Legal experts say his case is unlikely to succeed, and many see it as a distraction. While Hunter casts himself as the victim in court, the real story lies in what he did behind the scenes. Alimony payments that stopped in 2022, alleged draining of Wendy's bank accounts, and properties purchased while she struggled with her health. Each detail adds to a portrait of a man who saw an opportunity and took it, consequences be damned.
I was fired because I got a divorce.
But here's the question everyone's waiting on. How far did Hunter really go? Was this just a husband taking advantage of a wife in crisis, or was there something far more calculated at play? Court documents remain sealed, financial records are murky, and those who know the full truth haven't spoken yet. In a saga this explosive, though, secrets rarely stay hidden for long. As Wendy reclaims her public presence, her legal team prepares to strike, and Hunter's remaining allies abandon him. One question looms over everything. What else is he hiding? The answers may be closer than anyone suspects. While Hunter scrambles for help amid creditors circling and his empire crumbling, Wendy remains steadfast, a woman unafraid to expose the truth. The cracks in Hunter's world are spreading faster than he can mend them. Adding to his downfall, Sharina Hudson, the woman who supported him through the scandal and gave birth to his child while he was still married to Wendy, has reportedly vanished from his life at the worst possible time. Sources suggest she hasn't just walked away. She's filed for legal protections, cutting off contact and leaving Hunter more isolated than ever. The irony is sharp. The mistress who played a role in destroying his marriage is now the one abandoning him when he needs support most. The timing is striking. Just as the judge orders him to repay Wendy, as his financial empire collapses, and as the walls close in, Sharina's exit looks strategic. She wasn't merely a romantic partner. Insiders hint she was involved in his business dealings as well, connected to publishing ventures, real estate deals, and even attempts to profit from Wendy's name post-divorce. Now, with Hunter facing possible bankruptcy and legal consequences, her departure appears less like coincidence and more like self-preservation, leaving him completely exposed.
Sorry.
It's about control. For years, Hunter was Wendy's manager, producer, and the power behind her empire, controlling her schedule, finances, and public image. When their marriage fell apart, when his affairs became public, and when Wendy's health declined, he didn't step back. He allegedly exploited every opportunity. The pregnancy that ended their marriage in 2019 wasn't just a personal betrayal. Insiders say it marked the start of a financial takeover. While Wendy battled Graves' disease, cognitive decline, and a guardianship that stripped her of autonomy, Hunter allegedly siphoned her wealth. $37,500 per month in alimony stopped, properties purchased in his name, business deals under her brand executed with questionable profit. Now, as courts demand answers, banks call in debts, and Sharina disappears from the picture, a clear pattern emerges. Hunter didn't merely cheat on Wendy, he allegedly used her crisis as a calculated opportunity for gain.
He was with me, begging forgiveness, telling me to take a moment, and he would see it, and we were meant to be together.
What's worse is the behavior described by insiders. How he reportedly disrespected Wendy's staff, lounged around her workspace drinking and smoking, and pushed away anyone who tried to help her. It paints a picture of someone who saw Wendy as a financial machine, not a partner. And when her health declined and the guardianship gave him room to move, he allegedly took advantage. Wendy's legal team is now pushing hard, exposing every shady choice, every hidden transaction, every benefit he took while she was vulnerable. But this fight isn't just about dollars. It's about power, justice, and a woman reclaiming the voice people tried to silence. Wendy's fiery public statements show she's ready to confront everyone who contributed to her downfall, including her ex. Her lawyers want everything traced: the homes, the businesses, the hidden accounts. With his support system gone and debts piling up, Kevin is running out of places to hide. Experts say if fraud is proven, he might be facing more than repayments. He could be facing time behind bars. And through all of this, Wendy remains the unpredictable factor. Her appearances and subtle messages make one thing clear: she's not done talking. She's preparing her next move, and it could be the blow that ends Kevin's remaining chances. What do you think? Is Kevin finally facing justice, or is there still another twist coming? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe for more explosive updates.